Vijesti iz turizma.
Kosinj. The village of Kosinj has a rich past. At one time it had 7 churches, several monasteries, cultivated vineyards, and the first Croatian printing press, which printed many ancient church books. Unfortunately, many of these treasures have disappeared under the existing accumulation of Lake Perušić, which has flooded a major portion of the downstream area of the river Lika. The stone bridge in Kosinj is a real mastership of stone masonry. It was built with tender care and completed in the first half of the 20th century. It has a unique construction with its supporting arches offering the least resistance to the rushing currents during flooding. The river Lika flows for 78 kilometers and terminates in a lake which is retained in a natural canyon. At the foothills of Velebit, there are still many Latin inscriptions in stone from the Roman period where the ancient tribes of Parentini and Ortoplini claimed their exclusive rights to the springs in the mountains. If in the past there was a shortage of water, it is plentiful today. Perušić. When you come to the town of Perušić, the first thing you notice is the splendid Holy Cross Church and a Turkish fortification. The fortification is actually not entirely Turkish. It's a remnant of the old town of Perušić. The town got its name from the tribes Perušići, who built their town in 1487. The old tribes disappeared while their name remains to the present day. The old fortifications were fixed and used by the Ottomans, so its remains are the only signs now of the centuries-long Turkish rule of the area. In the area you can find quite a few underground caves with many interesting features which have not yet been fully explored. The magnificent Church of the Holy Cross was built at the end of the 17th century, right after the Ottomans were driven out of the area. A careful observer can notice some Oriental-style stones built into the walls of the church. A nearby settlement of Quarte was named after an old measuring unit, which was equivalent to 40 liters. In the old times, the volumes of measuring units were hollowed out in stones so that the sellers could use standard volumes and would not cheat the buyers. At that time, there was no consumer protection agency, and even without it, the old system was quite effective. Today, the town of Perušić is a peaceful place which has many points of attraction, from the pristine environment suitable for pleasurable walks, to hiking through the wooded hills, to horseback riding and fishing. Gospić. Under the Old Man Velebit flow creeks of clear water from the mountain to the wideness of the Lika plain, forming many tributaries of the river Lika. The ridges of Velebit are not any less impressive than her peaks. Rather, they are more suitable for less demanding walks, leisure, and fun such as paintball war games. Mountain lodges and hikers' shelters are conveniently located as planned resting places or if needed in emergency.
Is there some connection in the fact that the two most renowned Croatian minds, world-famous scientist Nikola Tesla and Croatian patriot, the father of the homeland, Ante Starčević, were both born in this region of Croatia, at the foothills of the mightiest Croatian mountain, the Velebit?
Gospić, a town with a glorious past, whipped by merciless destinies of history, grew into an urban settlement from the remnants of Turkish fortifications. The settlement developed quickly into a thriving town during the period when the area was part of the military border. In the middle of the Lika plain, the largest karst plain in Croatia, sits the town of Gospić, the administrative and ecclesiastical seat of the Lika-Senj county. The name of the town is derived from the Croatian name for Our Lady, Gospa. Gospić is proud of the statue of Marta, which was erected in the center of the town when the first town waterworks was installed before many larger cities had such facilities. It's worthwhile to visit the town to enjoy many sporting events. Attend many cultural happenings, like the Lika Biannual, or a manifestation such as the Autumn in Lika, which is a traditional fair for homemade and natural Lika products.
To je bilo sve za danas. Pozdravlja vas vaša ekipa Internet televizije TV Loki.